Hello, everyone, and welcome back to I Can't Make This Shit. My name is Joe Garner, and I'm the host of tonight's show. Tonight, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about harm reduction and the holistic approaches that the different holistic approaches to harm reduction. I found a article that I really liked that I was checking out, and it is by this therapy group of New York City. And it talks about understanding harm reduction therapy in substance use counseling. It's really interesting, all the different pathways to recovery and how harm reduction is just one of many. So I'm just going to read to you guys what this says. It says, Introduction to Harm Reduction Therapy. Harm reduction therapy represents a significant shift in the approach to substance abuse treatment. Unlike traditional methods that rigidly focus on abstinence, harm reduction therapy adopts a more flexible, compassionate approach. It acknowledges that the path to recovery is not linear and varies from person to person. This therapy aims to minimize the negative consequences of substance use and a substance use disorder, recognizing that complete abstinence may not be a feasible goal for everyone. In the context of substance use counseling, harm reduction therapy is crucial as it offers an inclusive, realistic framework that can accommodate a broader range of individuals seeking help, including those who might not be ready or able to commit to full abstinence. I think that is so incredibly important when it comes to addiction treatment, because there are so many people that are not ready to commit to full abstinence. And that's what harm reduction is all about. We talk to people about, we meet them where they're at, and we, do what we can to make it safer for them so we can keep them alive, so that when they are ready to commit to full recovery in abstinence or whatever recovery looks like to them, we can get them that much closer to it with harm reduction. So it goes on to talk about harm reduction in high pressure work environments in New York City. Having explored the fundamental principles and techniques of harm reduction therapy, it's important to consider its application in specific contexts. One such context, particularly relevant in urban centers like Manhattan, is the high-pressure work environment. Let's delve into how harm reduction therapy can be uniquely effective for professionals who turn to substance use as a coping mechanism in these demanding settings. I just want to read through this because I think it's really, really important for people to understand this whole concept. And I really want to bring this more to light, especially here in Grand Rapids and in Michigan as a whole. But this is a really, really good concept, and I would love to adapt and adopt this concept for my treatment center that I want to open up, because this is so critical and so crucial in people's recovery. It really is. Recognizing substance use as a coping strategy in corporate culture. In the high-pressure work environment of cities like New York, the use of substances as a means to cope with stress or enhance performance is an increasingly recognized issue. Professionals in these intense work cultures may turn to substances as a way to manage long hours, high stress, and the relentless pursuit of success. The risks of substance dependency in professional life. This behavior, while initially seen as a tool for gaining an edge, can quickly spiral into dependency and adverse health effects. Harm reduction therapy offers a pragmatic and compassionate approach in these scenarios. Unlike traditional methods that demand immediate abstinence, harm reduction acknowledges the complexities of substance use in high-stress environments. It provides a supportive framework for individuals to understand and gradually modify their substance use, focusing on minimizing harm and enhancing overall well-being. Balancing career ambitions with healthier coping mechanisms. This approach is particularly effective in the corporate world as it respects the individual's professional commitments and lifestyle, offering realistic and sustainable strategies for managing substance use while maintaining career responsibilities. By addressing the root causes and offering coping mechanisms that don't rely on substance use, harm reduction therapy can be a vital resource for professionals navigating the demanding world of high-pressure work environments. Everything that they're saying in this article is just absolutely so awesome. These people really get it. Like, they really embrace harm reduction, and they know how important it is as a pathway to recovery, what it can do for somebody. And it really just goes to show you that not everybody's recovery is the same, and how addiction affects every socioeconomic class. Everybody is affected by addiction and by substance use. I don't care who you are. You know somebody that knows somebody. We were just talking about this in our team meeting tonight. Everybody is affected by addiction or the opioid epidemic somehow, some way. And it doesn't matter if, you're middle class, lower middle class, upper middle class, if you're homeless, living in the streets, what have you. Addiction affects every different class that there is. And harm reduction is a way to, no matter what how the person lives, what class they're from, what culture they're from, what they do for a living, it doesn't matter. It meets them where they're at, and just basically makes it so that the person is making healthier choices and staying alive. That's it. That's the key right there. And this is just such an awesome article. The evolution of harm reduction psychotherapy. The concept of harm reduction has evolved significantly over the years. Historically, substance use disorders were often met with a binary treatment approach, abstinence or failure, which is completely true. This perspective left little room for the complexities and nuances of individual experiences with substance use. The transition to harm reduction marked a paradigm shift, emphasizing individualized care by an addiction counselor and acknowledging the diverse spectrum of substance use behaviors. This evolution reflects a deeper understanding of addiction as a multifaceted issue requiring a more empathetic and personalized approach to treatment. The effectiveness of harm reduction therapy. Key principles of harm reduction therapy. At its core, harm reduction therapy is grounded in a non-judgmental approach. It meets clients where they are in their journey, respecting their autonomy and choices. Right there. Key definition of harm reduction. This client-centered approach provided by a substance abuse counselor or specially trained therapist focuses on reducing the harm associated with substance use rather than insisting on complete abstinence as the only measure of success. Doing so fosters a supportive environment where individuals feel understood and respected, which is crucial for effective talk therapy. Scientific evidence supporting harm reduction. Research, including studies cited by the National Center for Biotechnology Information, NCBI, and other scientific sources, has consistently supported the effectiveness of harm reduction strategies as a treatment program. These studies show that harm reduction not only helps in reducing substance use, but also plays a significant role in improving mental health and overall well-being. Case studies and success stories further illustrate how harm reduction therapy has positively impacted lives, offering a more attainable and sustainable path to managing substance use. Comparing outcomes, harm reduction versus traditional methods. When comparing harm reduction with traditional methods, the evidence points towards its effectiveness in reducing substance use and enhancing mental health. Unlike the all-or-nothing approach of traditional methods, harm reduction acknowledges the small steps and celebrates progress in any form. This approach has been shown to be more effective in not just managing substance use, but also in improving the overall quality of life for individuals, making it a vital component in the landscape of substance use counseling. Implementing harm reduction in therapy. Integrative approach to addiction. Harm reduction therapy, a progressive approach to addiction treatment, is not a standalone method. It thrives in integration with other therapeutic techniques. This integrative approach combines the flexibility and empathy of harm reduction with the structure and insights of traditional therapies. Personalized addiction counseling is at the heart of this approach, tailoring therapy to the unique needs and circumstances of each individual. This customization ensures that each treatment plan is as unique as the person it serves, addressing their specific challenges and goals. Some techniques in harm reduction therapy include mindfulness-based addiction therapy, which I stand 100% behind. I've been through mindfulness behavioral therapy, and I absolutely loved it. I teach a lot of mindfulness in my recovery coaching, and I truly believe that it is something that is a great pathway to recovery. It's something that helps calm a person down. It helps with anxiety. It helps with panic attacks. It is actually what I use to stop taking anxiety medication altogether. I could actually pull myself out of a panic attack with mindfulness therapy and grounding techniques before it gets to that, level of 10. And I did a 8-week intensive therapy for PTSD that was mindfulness based. And that was before it got popular and really even came out. It was a new therapy. And I did an 8-week intensive outpatient program that was all based around my mindfulness for anxiety and PTSD. And it really changed everything for me, for my anxiety, my PTSD, and everything surrounding it. And I was able to get off medication completely for my anxiety. So I advocate 100% for mindfulness-based therapy. Another technique in the harm reduction approach is cognitive behavioral therapy, which is another one that I fully support, and motivational interviewing. I specialize in both of these therapies. Cognitive behavioral therapy, these help individuals identify and change negative thought patterns and behaviors associated with substance use. Clients can develop healthier coping mechanisms by understanding the triggers and consequences of their actions. With motivational interviewing, this client-centered counseling style enhances motivation for change by helping clients explore and resolve ambivalence, and it's particularly effective in harm reduction as it respects the client's pace and readiness for change. So I really, really like what this therapy group is doing, and I have to really praise them for the techniques that they're using and for really putting this out there, because this is something we need here in Grand Rapids. We need a harm reduction based therapy. We need counselors that do this, and recovery coaches that do this, substance use disorder counselors that do this, because again, recovery is not one size fits all. And it's really, really important that we implement these strategies into recovery and what it is for so many other people and the way that they need to get to it. I can't say this enough. Recovery can only be defined by the person defining it. And this right here is a paradigm to that definition. It really is. So I just really wanted to bring that to light. There's a couple other articles that I was looking at for holistic approaches to harm reduction. Let me see if I can find it. So some other holistic approaches. This is more like holistic approaches for treatment, not really to harm reduction. But for the longest time, I wanted to be a naturopathic doctor, somebody that, is a doctor of holistic medicine. And mainly because I truly believe in holistic medicine and what it does for people. Holistic medicine is so important in recovery and addiction treatment because it helps the person, as a whole. It doesn't just work for their mind, but it works for their body too. It treats the person as a whole. And that's what, like, for instance, yoga, herbal medicine, diet and nutrition, acupuncture. These things are all really, really helpful when getting through detox, especially when you're first starting out in treatment and recovery. I can't tell you how many times I've, helped clients of mine that were trying to get through detox, and the first thing I do is give them certain vitamins and minerals, certain herbal remedies that will help them through their detox. Ashwagandha is a great one. It helps to relax and calm you. It is something that has been used for thousands of years, was found in, I want to say, don't quote me on this, I think it's from the Middle East, maybe, but I'm not 100% sure. So give me a second, I'm gonna look it up just so I don't give you guys the wrong information. Okay, so ashwagandha. Nope. I'm probably even pronouncing it wrong, but ashwagandha is common, is an evergreen shrub that is native to the Middle East and North Africa. So I was right. Okay. It is commonly used for stress. It's an ancient medicinal herb, and it helps with anxiety, it helps with stress, it helps support sleep, it improves cognitive functioning. People take it daily. Let's see, it's known to enhance athletic performance, support heart health, boost testosterone in men. Let's see. Yeah, it's really, really, it's a great herbal medicine that, can help with a lot of things, especially somebody going through detox. I definitely advocate for it, and try to tell people about, certain things. 5-HTP is another one. 5-HTP is got tryptophan in it, which is the same thing that's in turkey. And it's why you fall asleep after eating Thanksgiving meal. 5-HTP is good for depression. It's good for sleep. It's good for anxiety as well. It's good for stress. Another one is valerian root. Valerian root is, again, like ashwagandha, something that helps with stress, something that helps with sleep. It's also an ancient medicinal herb. It comes from the valerian plant, and it is from, it's a perennial flowering plant native to Eurasia. It produces a catnip-like response in cats. Valerian root may have sedative and I can't say that word. Let's see. It is commonly put together with ashwagandha and melatonin. Melatonin is another one that is an ancient herbal remedy that people use for sleep all the time. The body makes melatonin on its own, but a lot of times with substance use, you're depleting your body of things that it naturally makes, such as dopamine. This is why it's so important to replace these things when you're getting into detox, when you're getting into treatment, so your body can kind of get like a boost of like it gets help, basically. You're giving it that extra boost so it can start producing these things again, so it can get back on the right track, because after so long and so much use, your body forgets to do these things. So these are just some things that along my years of going through treatment, recovery, detox, these are things that I found that really help, along with CBD, THC. I totally advocate for, the use of CBD and THC. I will always advocate for that, because those are both, ways to, first of all, especially for somebody coming off opioids, it's going to help make it so you can eat, because your stomach's upset. A lot of times you throw up, nausea, diarrhea. It's awful, the stomach cramping. You can't sleep. So that's another benefit to it. It helps sleep. It helps you eat. It keeps your anxiety down. The restlessness, it helps with all of that. Kratom is another one that I advocate for, because it's an opioid-like, or it has opioid-like effects, and it's been used for, again, thousands of years. It is a plant. It's found in Southeast Asia. It's indigenous to Cambodia, Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, Myanmar, and Papua New Guinea. It's been used in herbal medicine since at least the 19th century. And it is, let's see. There's been a lot of debates whether it's safe, whether it's okay for people, but in my opinion and in my experience, it helps with a lot of different things, and I completely advocate for it. Again, these are just my opinions. I'm not a doctor, and I just want you guys to know that this is what I feel, in my opinion, in my experience. These things are things that I think help with detox and early recovery treatment. So, if, an adverse effect happens, that's, like I said, I'm not a doctor. This is just what I've found in my experience. So, it's good. Kratom's good for mood enhancement. It's good for pain relief. It's good for energy boosting, managing opioid withdrawal symptoms. Let's see. All right, so there's that one. I also believe vitamin B12 is another one that I think people should incorporate into detox because it helps with energy. Now, there is this new thing that I've been hearing about, and I want to talk to you guys about it. I found it on, I believe, TikTok. Let me see if I can find it. Either TikTok or Flip, which is a new social media platform that I've recently gotten onto. It's very similar to TikTok, but let's see. It must have been TikTok that I found it. Let's see. So I want to pull this up because I want to talk to you guys about this real quick. So let's see if I can find it real quick. Okay, so it is called 5-MTHF plus methyl B12. So it's L-methylfolate, and it's 7.5 milligrams plus methyl B12. I have been told that this is something that is basically like dopamine in a bottle. I guess a lot of people have, and I'm going to type this into Google because I want to know more about it. I guess a lot of people have been, been through addiction and, detox and all that. They have used this and it has helped them tremendously. And so I saw this, this advertisement on TikTok for it, and I was watching it, and they're like, yeah, I used to use drugs and now I take this and it's the best thing in the world. So I was like, okay, well, maybe it works. So we're going to check it out. I really want to order some and see what it's like, but it's definitely something different. I'd never heard of this before. I guess they're little drops, and it's supposed to support mood, cognition, and energy. So let's see. It is naturally occurring, and it is found in the blood and tissues. It's the active and biologically available form of folate, vitamin B9. It's considered more readily absorbed and utilized by the body compared to folic acid, which needs to be converted to 5-MTHF. It plays a crucial role in various metabolic processes, including DNA synthesis, methylation, and homocysteine metabolism. Potential benefits for mood. Some studies suggest it may be beneficial for mood regulation and may be used as an adjunctive treatment for depression, especially in individuals who don't respond well to traditional antidepressants. It may play a role in cardiovascular health by helping to lower homocysteine levels, which are associated with an increased risk of heart disease. Let's see. It is available as a supplement, either as a standalone product or in combination with other B vitamins. Yeah, so I guess it's been around for a while, but yeah, this is the first time I've really just recently. It helps the production of serotonin, melatonin, dopamine, epinephrine, and norepinephrine, is what the Mayo Clinic says. So that's kind of cool. And the Mayo Clinic is a verified source of information. So I would definitely believe that from if that's what they're saying. But yeah, so these are just some things that can help with early detox recovery. And I'm really, trying to advocate to you guys holistic approaches to, harm reduction, to recovery, to detox, because everybody's different and not everybody needs rehab. Not everybody needs, traditional treatment. So if this is something that you want to do at home, more power to you. If you need help, let me know, contact me. I can help you through it. I am somebody that's done my own at-home detox several times, and it's you can do it. You can get through it. It's hard, but the grass is so much greener on the other side. It really is. And I really want you guys to know that. And I support you 100%, no matter what you decide. And I will be there every step of the way if you need me to. Tonight, I'm actually going to cut this show short and, sign off. It's been a long weekend and I've got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow, especially with now working as a bartender. So I am going to sign off for now. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you all back next Sunday at midnight for another episode of I Can't Make This Shit Up. Have a good night, guys.